a folk music composition, and kü are heritage of the nations. The sounds of the Great Steppe are different instruments and melodious compositions. The great and mysterious music is on the program. The sounds of the Great Steppe. Kobyz is one of the ancient musical instruments in Kazakh music art. This Kobyz is a sacred instrument. This heritage instrument was forgotten by people, and musicians started to play the instrument since our country received independence. The original Kobyz compositions are not saved to our days. That's why there are few compositions which we are able to perform on this instrument. Kobyz might be considered one of the widely spread musical instruments of the Kazakh people. Kobyz is a bow instrument. It is made of a whole wooden piece. It is one of the ancient ways of producing the musical instruments with 4,000 years of human history. Two strings that are tied on the Kobyz are weaved from horsehair. The Kobyz cue's onomatopoeia is characterized, imitation of wolf howling, swan cry, horse running, and the sound of the arrow. Korkut musician was a great Kobyz player. Korkut has completely devoted his life to the searches of immortality of a human soul. He brought good and happiness to the people playing Kobyz. There were wisdom and philosophy in his poetry. The immortal legends about his magical power which could affect the human mind, a big heart to overcome any obstacles, the most valuable philosophical ideas.
Sen kadaysın mende kendin Koruydan tızarmı kargımay sende Arşında salmam oyunu Bevgam rağmı Baltatır selekeyin oygargım Şöldegenden Kargam o akşa yüzün aydan Dekbe o Avlın değişik almadım kargım Ayna Kasına hiçbir adamı varamaydın o Kökşemiz döngürügün oygargım Tayganakta bu
There are few authors and compositions on the Kobyz instrument, as this instrument was not allowed to be played for several centuries. One of the latest Q players is Yeklas Dukien Uli, who lived in the 19th century. At the beginning of the 20th century, owing to the musicians Daulet Miktibayev, Japas Kalambayev, Kobyz compositions. They performed compositions on the Kobyz instrument and taught students to this art. We can say a lot of students of these musicians had the ability to play and were talented as well. We are able to hear a different Kobyz composition. Currently, one of the teachers who are teaching students to play the Kobyz instrument is Janga Jumabekov and Sayan Akmolda, as they are great Kobyz players. Currently, they are continuing the art of Kobyz of Yeklas. The main difficulty, as the performers are facing today, is a lack of repertoire. On the thorny path to Kobyz survival, there was serious losses. We know about some cues due to the legends accompanying the performance of cues, because the tradition assumed the retelling of the plot either prior to the performance of keys, key and legend, and inserting in key with a legend. Filling up a repertoire was also the merit of Japaz Kalambayev and Daulet Mikitbayev. They were the first who began to transpose the Kazakh folk songs and Dombra music to the Kobyz, thus considerably enriching the repertoire of performers.
Қазіргі жалғасы десек болады.
We connect the history of the Kobyz instrument with the Korkut musician, as Korkut was a great Kobyz player. In ancient times, this instrument was as a weapon of shamans. The instrument gave power to the compositions of the musicians. The compositions of Kobyz are different. Deep thoughts are included.
Қобызбен тағы жыр айту, ән айту дәстүрі бар ғой. Ол енді бізде.
There is a tradition to perform a jir compositions and songs on the Kobyz instrument. Here lived Janak Jirao. Unfortunately, today this tradition was lost. Jirao is a performer of folk tales. Bekbolat Tiliu Khan is public figure and a well-known folk singer of the Kazakh nation.
Жырау жыршы, осы Бекболат Тілеухан ағамыз қайта осы тірілтіп, осы жыр өнерін қобызбен.
He revived the tradition of performing a jir which was accompanied by a Kobyz instrument. Currently, we continue his work. It is a great responsibility for us. Our dream is to justify this trust and keep Kazakh folk art to convey it to the future generations in its original form.
Тура өз қалпында жеткізсек деген үлкен арманымыз бар.
Assalamu'alaikum ağalarım böldürgün Ak Jibek'tin kayırgan çağaların büdüdürgün Sizdir karna bağayım Ağalarım bulmasa bu kaderimday kim bilgen Karagaylı ende Karagaylı böldürgen Karagaydı köp жылқы аралайды бүдүдірген Жақсы жайсаң осында бас қосып бүлдірген Бекер қарап отырған жарамайды бүдүдірген Тауда түскен бүлдірген Қарда дүзген бүлдірген Ағаларым болмаса қадірімді кім білген Ağalarım bulmasa bu kaderimde kim bilgen.
Kobyzdың енді жалпы өзінің
The sound of Kobyz is sad. The sound of Kobyz has its own significance. The sound of Kobyz is different from the sound of the dombra, while the dombra instrument is for joyful compositions. And the Kobyz cue compositions are heavy and with a great meaning, as each sounds go to the listener's 62 vessels and make them asleep. From here we see the power of the Kobyz. You can play only sad compositions on the Kobyz instrument. When song compositions on the dombra are performed on the Kobyz, they will sound quite different. There is the own playing technique on the dombra as steppe and tokpe. Compositions can be played slowly. Constantly, Kobyz composition sounds are sorrowful in tune of the cue. Dombra compositions can sound in a different way.
кішкене өзгере түседі. Басқаша бір қырынан көрінеді.
The sounds of Kobyz is as the sound of the great steppe. Kobyz is a bow instrument with 2 strings. The bass is made in the form of an open bowl stretched downside. This instrument's lot has been a hard one. Kobyz can be named as an original carrier of ethnic history of the Kazakhs represented by the epic literature and instrumental music.